Welcome to the Page Turner Awards. I'm Paula Sheridan, and I'm coming to you live from the foothills of Sierra Blanquilla in Torcal, north of Malaga, with a wonderful man, my husband, Ken.
Hi, everyone. I'll speak to you in a moment as soon as I'm allowed to talk.
A quick rundown about why I started the awards. I first thought of the idea for Page Turner Awards in 2017 as my debut novel, The Grotto Secret, won the People's Book Prize in London. When Sir Frederick Forsyth handed me my award, the idea was already brewing in my head, but I never dreamed that our inaugural year would be so successful. We have got the most amazing success stories. We've got 2 writers winning a literary agent. We've got 5 writers winning a writing mentorship. We've got 2 indie authors winning a PR campaign for their books. We've got 5 unpublished writers winning a publishing contract and an audiobook production. We've got 13 authors winning an audiobook production plus a contract, indie authors winning an audiobook production and a publishing contract. And we've got another 4 writers under review with literary agents who are judging next year's awards. So it's very, very exciting. You can imagine how Ken and I have been so looking forward to this evening, because writers come from all walks of life, and it's been so rewarding to see all the entries and to know that tonight, not just one writer, but several writers' lives will be changed. Before I hand you over to Ken, I'm just going to put it on a gallery view because I think we've got about 50 people so far. So let me try. Oh, look at you all. Hello, everyone. Have a little wave. Everybody have a little wave. Oh, lovely. It's so exciting to see you all, especially after I've been talking to so many of you by, some of you by phone, most of you by email and newsletters over the months, many months. And now, finally, I can see you all. So it's very exciting. But I don't think we can see everybody because I think Zoom only allows you to see a certain amount. So I think we can only see 25 or so. So apologies to whoever is in, who's there in the background, in the gallery, but we can't see you. It's not nothing to do with me. It's just Zoom have this thing where they only allow a certain amount of people. So sorry about that. But after that lovely intro, the beautiful words of Up and Up from Coldplay, I'm going to hand you over to Ken, my husband. He will guide us through the ceremony while I'm going to try and steer the Zoom ship. But I'm just hoping I won't run us up aground. So I'm going to say over to Ken and let the show begin.
Welcome, everybody. Great to see you all, or to see at least 25 of you. I hope you all beat the time zone gremlins and managed to get here on time. By my calculations, we've got a couple of people in New Zealand, Australia, and I think they're probably facing the rudest early start to be with us today. So congrats to them if they got up and they've logged in okay. Look, firstly, a couple of points of housekeeping. And first of all, the technology we're using. Paula in the control room is juggling with MP3 videos, PowerPoint slides, and live interaction and chat. So quite a test for her. So if the transitions aren't exactly seamless, she'll get us there. Maybe there'll be a moment or 2 pause, but I'm sure you'll cut her a bit of slack. Me, maybe not so much, but Paula, yes, you should do. The next thing is the length. We're hoping to get through, start to finish, the award ceremony in an hour. I know most of you will have things to do shortly afterwards, so we'll try and stick to those timings. And then after that, we're going to leave the link open, and if people would like to join us for some networking and swap a few author-to-author ideas, then we'd be delighted to see you. That's after the formal proceedings conclude. Right, now, first of all, you saw on the intro there that there was thanks to many of our prize sponsors and judges, and I'd just like to reiterate that they have been fantastic, and they've allowed Page Turner Awards to go way beyond where we thought we could take it in our inaugural year. So thank you so much to all our prize sponsors and judges. They've been absolutely fantastic. There's been a few interesting little award stories along the way. I'd like to pull out Tim Dale. Tim was our very first entrant at 4:25 on February the 28th earlier this year. So well done, Tim, for shining the light and leading the way. We've been dreadfully impressed with the comments coming back from our literary judges who equally have been impressed with the quality of the writing. And it seems Page Turner Awards is quickly gaining a reputation for quality writing. And I think that underlines why you'll see some of the prizes that are being won and handed out later on. And that only happens if the writing is very good. So I commend you all on entering, and the awards is very pleasingly starting to be quite useful as a vehicle for quality writing and quality writers. What we'll do now is sort of edge our way towards the first awards of the night. But before I do that, I would like to pull out one sponsor in particular, and that's Pro Writing Aid. They've been fantastic in sponsoring and supporting the first year of Page Turner Awards. And I'd like to introduce you to Lisa Lepke, the UK-based marketing manager for Pro Writing Aid, and ask her to say a few words to our writers and authors. Lisa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Ken. Thank you.
Fabulous. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Over to you.
This is so exciting. I recognize a lot of the names at the bottom of everyone's screens as we were going through all of the entries, which it's so exciting to see people here and getting to this point. The only thing I just wanted to say, I won't keep you from the awards, is just thank you for letting us be part of all of this. At Pro Writing Aid, everything we do is about helping writers develop their craft and edit their work so that their stories and their ideas really shine. And to see so many new authors coming through these awards is just, it's really exciting. We loved how much diversity there was among all of the entries. It felt like every genre and style was covered. And we loved that so many of the agents and the judges saw so much potential in so many of the entries. And, after all of this, I just feel like so many of these stories are going to reach readers all around the world. And so that's a really exciting thing for us to be part of. So I hope that we played some small role in helping these authors strengthen their already amazing stories and develop their writing technique and get their stories out here. And that's all I wanted to say. Let's get to the awards. I'm sure everyone's
okay. Okay, Lisa, listen, thanks very much. And yes, Pro Writing Aid did play a big role during the awards in strengthening writers, as they have done for a long time, and as I'm sure they will continue to do into the future. So thanks very much. Let's get into some awards. Yeah. Okay. Now we actually have 54 prizes to hand out tonight, so that's quite a lot. So no hanging around. We better get in, and we're going to start with quite a bang here, because we have 4 mentors who are on board with the awards and who have said that they would donate mentorships to authors that they picked out. So I'm going to go through their prize winners first and ask those involved to say a few words. Now, the first mentor prize is from Tony Drury City Fiction Mentorship Prize. And the winner of Tony's prize is Billy Wittenberg. So Billy, are you there? Can you?
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Ah, Billy.
Wow.
Congrats, you've won the Tony Drury Mentorship Prize. So how do you feel?
Pretty amazing. I honestly wasn't thinking I'd get anything. So this is very pleasing. Thank you.
Well, here in sunny Bedford, we're waiting for winter to come, but no jealousy on my part for where you are. But firstly to Billy, it's been a privilege to be a judge. The standard of the entries was staggering. I read a lot of stuff. I act for 4 authors and they're good. But what was special about your book, I think the old phrase, you only get one chance to make a first impression, comes to mind. From the opening, you threw at me heart and people and passion and drama and migrants and social disharmony. And it's a fabulous book. And I hope very much that you, as I, look forward to working together to see what we can achieve together.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Okay. Listen, guys, thanks very much, and good luck to the two of you going forward. Okay, our next mentorship prize is the Karen Williams Mentorship Prize. Karen's winner is Suzanne Smart.
Oh, Suzanne's going crazy. Hi, Suzanne.
Blown away, literally blown away.
Whoops.
Suzanne, what's going on?
We're celebrating.
Suzanne, what do you think? You've won Karen Williams to mentor you for the next few months to get your book to. What do you think?
Brilliant. Woo! Oh my gosh, you will never believe this, but she is my somebody I really do look up to. And if there was anybody here that I, you know, she's just the one. If there's anybody that I would have loved as a mentor, it is Karen. Honestly, it really is.
Fantastic.
Okay, well,
so
I'm speechless, which is
Karen,
not
what do you think?
something you see very often.
Karen,
I think it's brilliant. I saw Suzanne celebrate on the screen, and it was a brilliant reaction. So thank you for sharing that with me. It was a real privilege to be invited to recognise some really great non-fiction writers. So for me, I'm a business book mentor. So I was looking for something, or somebody who had a really strong story, but also had a strong narrative in terms of helping people through a process or a difficult time in their life. And the reason I chose Suzanne is because her story is, she's got passion, she's got purpose, and she can write well as well. So Suzanne, congratulations. I'm looking forward to supporting you.
No, I think we're gonna have a job topping Suzanne's party there. Jeez,
Oh my
really...
goodness.
Yeah. Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers. Where's, oh my gosh.
Well done, Suzanne.
Thank
well
you
done, Suzanne
so
and Karen,
much.
and
really
all the best to the two of you going forward. I hope it proves a howling success to you both.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Yeah. Okay. Super. Right.
Thank you for the
Well,
lovely feedback. Good wishes. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Suzanne. Listen, good luck to you, and we'll have to leave your party now, but I'm sure you can continue without us. So on you go. That glass is looking a bit empty, so I'll leave you to do something about that. Right. Our next award is for the Angela Marshall Mentorship Prize, and Angela's prize goes to David Mulatto.
Well, thank you for that. I don't know what to say, but I appreciate it anytime anybody reads anything I write and doesn't fall asleep. That means I must be doing something right. So thanks again.
You're very welcome. And Angela, are you there? Can you tell us a little bit about why you picked David's work?
I don't think Angela's here, but she did tell me that she, when she read David's submission, she was instantly in love with it. She really wanted to work with him and to help him to get his writing, to publication. David, I'm sorry, Angela is not here. She was really looking forward to being here, but unfortunately, I'm just looking, I can't see, she hasn't arrived yet. But if she arrives later on, we'll try and see if we can get her to say a few words.
Yeah.
Okay,
well done in the meantime, David. Well done.
Yeah, congrats, David. Congrats. Yeah. Okay, and our final mentorship prize is from Anne Brady. And Anne originally said to Paula, I would gladly donate a mentorship to your prize fund. And in fact, Anne has picked out 2 writers that she wants to work with going forward, not just one. So the first writer to win the Anne Brady mentorship is Emily McNevin. Emily, are you there?
I'm just looking to see if I can see Emily. I know Emily said she was coming, but I don't see her anywhere.
We can all look at Suzanne's party that's going on in the background, even as she's...
I can't see any faces. Are you there? Wave at me if you can, if I'm missing you, Emily. all these tiny little faces. Let me see. No, I can't see Emily. So
Okay.
okay.
Well, we might hook up later on.
Yeah, if Emily pops in, then I'll make sure that we can hook up with her.
Okay. Well, the second writer that Anne wants to mentor going forward is Perrin Roll. Perrin, are you there?
Oh, Perrin's not. I'm just looking at the list here. Perrin's not here either. She definitely said she was coming. It's actually quite lovely to see all the view, because I can see some people with their families. I can see some people with the babies on their laps. It's lovely. Sorry, Perrin doesn't seem to be here either. As soon as she logs in, then her and Emily will, but let's go to Anne.
Yeah, I chose two. I chose Emily because she's doing picture books, and obviously I've written a number of picture books, and I like the story. The story really appealed to me, and it was there was just something about the ruby red heart that got to me, and I thought I could see the images that would come out in it. And then when I spoke to her, because I interviewed about 4 or 5 different people, different authors, and when we talked about it, I realized that she's also got a development of a lot of other picture books, so I could see us progressing and making a series of books, which I think would help her, because she's got some really great ideas. So that was why I chose Emily. With Perrin, it was a slightly different style of book because it was middle grade. But what got me was when I first read the story, and it really intrigued me. And it's a chapter book. And I just thought, yeah, I want to know what's going to happen next. And I don't often, I mean, I read manuscripts from authors all over the world. And so this one, to get a story that sort of grabs me and said, you want to know what happens next, it had to be good. And that's what it did. It grabbed me. And I thought, I want to know what's going to happen. So I had to go back and say, well, I've got to see this through and see where it takes me. So both of them, excellent writers, and I'm looking forward to working with them both.
Super, Anne. Thank you very much for those kind words. We'll make sure they get to hear what you said. That's fantastic. And thanks very much for doubling up.
Sorry. All of the mentors, thank you so much.
Wave at each other on these Zoom things, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's the end of our mentorship prizes. What I'd now like to do is go through a variety of different writing and award prizes. Now, there's 10 of them in all, and they vary from writing software, writing courses, writing subscriptions, and various other literary prizes. So they're varied. And if your name appears here, I'm just going to run through the list of 10 reasonably quickly, but if your name appears, sit tight, and Paula and I will be writing out in the next couple of days, giving you further details of the exact nature of the prize you've won, and we'll get you hooked up with the prize sponsor, and off you go. So let's have a look at our Writing Award prize winners. So our first winner is Joanne Clegg. Next, Jennifer James, Michael Salort, Susanna Callahan, Min Day.
Sorry, can I just say something to interrupt there? Something else about Min. She did a one-to-one agent boot camp with Yasmin Kane, and wow, Min has won a literary agent as well as her little prize, for her writing award prize. So congratulations, Min. Fantastic that you, it's not connected to the awards, but I do know that you've won an agent. So well done on that, just for attending the one-to-one. And Yasmin obviously loved your chapters, and now she's representing you. So well done.
Okay. Yeah, well done, Min. Our next writing prize winner is Lara Byrne, Sydney Lowe, Jeff Keel, Dan Brockington, and Rosemary Yesihagu. Okay, so to all you guys, congrats, well done. Sit there, we'll write to you in the next couple of days with details. Now, on to a couple of very important and substantial PR prizes. We have a PR prize for a UK winner, and we have a USA prize for a US winner. And the UK PR prize, donated by Palamides PR, goes to Robert Fear. And the US prize, donated by Anthony Mora PR, goes to Jessica Bird. So well done, you two. Okay, so you're going to receive some major publicity for your books from these two PR companies. So, you know, we wish you all the best and hope that it proves a big boost to, you know, extending your reader reach. And we hope it proves, you know, very useful to you. So congratulations. Okay, now we have a number of book promotion prizes to hand out, and this is one of Paula's you know, brilliant ideas. She has many of them, but we've had, you know, the quality of the writing was great throughout. You know, all of the shortlist winners were, you know, all came with you know, highly commended by the authors. And Paula said, you know, we really have to do quite, you know, as much as we possibly can for pushing the writing of these people, because it's of a very high standard. So Paula has pulled together a marketing promotions program that she'll run through her own book site that she uses to promote her own work. It has 70,000 readers attached to it. So we're hoping that by the time Paula has worked her marketing magic for these authors, they'll have you know, an extended reach for their work. So let me tell you who the winners of this prize is. First of all, we have K.A. Wiggins, John Frankel, Catherine Ferns, and Zan Chapella. Okay, now look, before leaving this slide, I just want to pull out Catherine here, because she entered 2 books, one in the ebook, one in the writing award. She was the finalist in one category and a prize winner in the other. So obviously from that, an author of some standing. But if you read her biog, it gets even more interesting, because she's a highly acclaimed journalist, as well as having a lot of Amazon success for her books. She's a mother of 4 and still finds time to play guitar in a heavy metal rock band, and she freely admits she only does this to annoy her 4 children. So how she finds the time to write and write as well as she does, I have no idea. And if there was such a thing as the Page Turner Awards multitasking champion, then I think Catherine would have it nailed on. So congratulations on all that you undertake, Catherine. You're clearly very good at a number of things, and congratulations on this prize as well. Right, moving on through the book promotion winners, we have Nathan Burrows, Elizabeth Garden, Maria Robbins, E.A. Carter, and Kevin Michael Irvin. Now, again, before leaving this, let me reference E.A. Carter. Now, this is Janine Carter, and she has to have a special mention here because she was one of over 40 people who posted, you know, fantastic testimony about their experience with the Page Turner Awards. And amongst other things, she wrote, "A stunning list of literary judges and literary prizes makes Page Turner Awards the Rolls-Royce of contests for authors." The Rolls-Royce, no less, let me stress. That was a fantastic bit of penmanship, Janine, so thank you very much. And although Paula and I do not have Page Turner Awards business cards, if ever we do, on the back of them, you will find your quote about Page Turner Awards, the Rolls-Royce of contests for authors, and we'll give you full credit to avoid any litigation for that you might bring against us for using this fantastic bit of copywriting. So thank you very much, and all the best to you going forward. Okay, now we have the Screen Adaptation Consultation Prize. And the winner of this prize goes to Ben Marnie. Ben, congratulations. Now, Ben,
yeah.
what were you?
Thanks.
Are you there?
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Say a few words, please.
Wow. I'm stunned. I wasn't expecting to win anything at all today, but the Screen Adaptation Consultation Prize winners, that is very special to me because most of the readers of my novels tell me that they would love to see my books in a movie. Of course, I would, but how do you get there? So having some advice on that would be fantastic. I mean, wow. Yeah. Thank you.
Ben, you're very welcome, and I'm sure the prize will give you some great pointers as to how you can, adapt your book and hopefully see some screenplay success going forward. If that's what ends up, please let us know. We'd love to know of the Ben Marnie story from this point onwards, and so good luck to you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome, Ben. Right, now we come to a couple of patron prizes, and these are prizes given out to those authors who accrued the greatest number of votes from friends and family through what means we don't want to ask as to how they got these high scores. But there's a prize for the ebook area and the author who achieved the greatest number of votes there, and that person is Halima Khatun. Halima, congratulations. And the equivalent winner of the Patron Writing Award Prize is Walt Larrymore. Well done, Walt. And I don't want to ask how you got so many friends and families to vote. It was quite staggering, the numbers you were churning in here. So you clearly had to draw in quite a few favors, and it worked very well. So well done on whatever persuasive techniques you employed there. Okay, now we come to a bit of a biggie here, and this is the Spectrum Audiobook Award, and it's actually morphed into something much bigger thanks to Kelly Renee of Spectrum. And Kelly, again, was one of the prize givers who said, yes, Paula, I'll gladly put up an audiobook prize for a worthy winner. And Kelly has just gone way above and beyond all of that, and she's picked out 19 writers that she wants to work with going forward, and she's going to offer them audiobook facilities, and she's also going to publish those authors who are looking to be published. Some are, but those who aren't, then Kelly will provide that option too. So let me run through, let me start first of all with one of the people who has won this prize with Kelly, and he's a little further advanced with his discussions with Kelly, and it's Tom Parker. So Tom, if you're there, could you give us a few words on your initial impressions of working with Kelly and Spectrum, and what you're hoping to achieve here?
Hi, Ken.
There's Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi. Hello. Yeah. So Kelly reached out to me and said she wanted to produce my book into an audiobook. I was really pleased to hear that. So just recently, I received a sample of the narration of the book. I was really pleased with how they've done it. I think the rest of the writers that are going to be working with Kelly, they're really going to be impressed with the team she's put together and their professionalism. I'm very pleased with the excerpt they sent of my book, and looking forward to hearing the whole audiobook.
Yeah, okay, Tom, listen, thanks very much. Now, Kelly, we better come to you and ask you, one suddenly morphed into 19. So thanks very much. How did all that happen?
Well, gosh, I actually have you folks to thank for this, because you sent over amazing writers. It was so difficult to actually trim it down. And I think you and Paula can attest to that we went back and forth quite a bit and kept sending the list back and forth and saying, oh, okay, wait a minute, and it was very difficult. But one of the things that we noticed overall that the folks that we picked were ones that one of my editors here called a one-page turner, and I know I'm kind of making a pun here, but he said these were the books that instantly on that first page, you just were sucked right into the story. And I wanted to share something from Joe Hempel, who's going to be the narrator of Tom's book. Joe is well known for his horror narrations. He's narrated over 300 titles, and you know, so he does a lot of horror, suspense, and thriller. And he said that At Arm's Length was a book that was set at a breakneck pace and left me breathless while I was narrating it. It's one of these titles that you don't want to leave the booth when you're done. And we found that with so many of the titles that you sent over. You've got a great group of folks here. You've got a great contest, and we're just thrilled to death.
Oh, Kelly, thanks for those super words. Now, we know Tom is one of those lucky writers, so there's 18 other people there out there who don't know.
So applause to the 18 other people who I haven't met yet.
Yeah, so listen, let me run through the list of Spectrum winners.
Okay, that's me. I have to go to open up my screen, and there you go.
Okay, so we have Rhoda Baxter, Oliver Richbell.
Now, just a little mention, Oliver and Rhoda are published, but they have won an audiobook production, and Oliver and Rhoda will put you in touch with Kelly, and you and Kelly can work out, you know, all the details, as we will with everyone else.
In the way of publish agent.
Somebody needs to mute themselves.
Well, that sounded like champagne.
It did, didn't it?
Muted.
Yeah, I think I should have some as well. You want to carry on?
Okay.
So
yeah. Okay. So next we have William Kaufman, Chaz Harrington, John Wrighton, Aaron Davis, Alex Tremari, Andrea Torre, Tom Hayes, Brooke Sivendra, Beth Barani, Jeff Elkins, Richard Novak, Richard Attry, Michael Webb, David Robinson, Kitiera Moray, C.L. Wells. Whoa, that was quite, that took a lot of puff to get through Kelly's list there. Listen, Paul is going to be writing out to you and putting you in touch with Kelly over the next few days. So sit tight, and we wish you all the very best with the fabulous prize that Kelly has put up, and hope it proves a brilliant relationship for all of you. And Kelly, thanks once again for going so far in pulling out so many authors to work with.
Oh, happy to do it. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Okay. Thanks, Kelly. Now, we're stepping off into some very big prize territory at the moment, next of all. And I'm going to hand over to Paula, because she was instrumental in pulling a lot of this particular section together. So Paula, do you want to take it from here and tell people what's going on?
Yes, I do. But before I jump into what this very big prize section, I notice that Anne's second mentor has arrived. Perrin, you didn't hear earlier, but you have one. I'm just trying to see you. If you want to unmute yourself. We tried to get you earlier and you hadn't arrived. Do you want to very quickly come on? You have won Anne Brady as a mentor over the next few months. Anne had some wonderful things to say about your work. So Perrin, where are you? I saw you a minute ago.
Let's see if I can wave to
There you go.
Yeah.
We can see
You
you.
find me? Okay.
We can see you.
I
Tell us quickly, what do you think? You've won Anne Brady as a writing mentor.
It was exactly what I was hoping for. I am super, super excited. My computer crashed right when she made the announcement, so I caught the very end and was like, wait. So thank you for coming back and letting me know. I am super, super thrilled and cannot wait to work with her.
Thank you. That's great.
Great. Well done, Perrin. Okay, Paula.
Okay, so what I'm going to tell you about now has been a very, very exciting time for Ken and I, and for various people. Somebody in particular has been so patient about tonight and about this secret that we've held. In fact, two people have been so patient, the writer and the agent. Very early in the judging, Yasmin Kane asked to see the full manuscript of a book called A Book in Time by Mark Stibbe. Yasmin fell in love with the book immediately, and within a week or two, she offered to represent Mark, and she is so, so pleased with it. So I'd like to call Mark to the stage and ask Mark to tell us, first of all, what do you think about the Page Turner Awards, and what did you feel when Yasmin told you this amazing news? And then I'm going to go to Yasmin and ask her to say a bit about your book. So first, Mark, how do you feel? What do you think about all of this fantastic stuff that's been happening to you over the last couple of months? Nobody's known about it. We've all had it as an amazing secret. Tell us, what's been happening?
Well, it's been really exciting because very early on, Paula, you put me in touch with Yasmin and said that Yasmin wanted to read the full manuscript of A Book in Time, having read the first 10 pages or so. So there's two people I really want to thank. The first is you, Paula, and Page Turners, the whole team. It's felt very like a family. It's been a very relational competition. I know that the writers can be difficult. We are independent and wounded people, a lot of us, but you seemed absolutely the ideal person looking after stray and wounded cats. I think it's a very good metaphor for the whole Page Turner Awards and the competition. You've been corralling us cats and looking after us like a mummy, and you've been absolutely superb. So thanks to you and to Ken and to the others who behind the scenes have worked so hard to make this happen. And big shout out to Yasmin, because when she started reading my stuff, when she started reading Book in Time, what really struck me was the word love. She said, I'm totally and utterly in love with A Book in Time. And I guess to find someone of that caliber who was actually in love with what I was writing is the biggest accolade of all. You can get people who are intellectually satisfied by what you write, but somebody who's passionate about it and who says that they love it, that's been an incredible thrill. And every conversation that Yasmin and I have had has been incredibly stimulating. So yeah, it's been a hugely encouraging and affirming journey, this. So I want to thank you, Paula and Ken and the rest.
Thank you, Mark. Yasmin, are you there? I saw you a minute ago.
Yes. Hi, Paula. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you now. So, Yasmin, you and I have been going through so much, and there was so much drama, and there was so much excitement, and it was all sort of closeted and kept in. But we lived through it, and then you asked Mark. You asked him to see the whole story. He gave you the whole story. You fell in love. I've interviewed you both already, to pre-plan, but please share with us tonight and everybody who's here, what happened as you were reading the entries. I know you've said there were so many fantastic entries. It was so hard, but please share with us and tell us, all about finding Mark and finding A Book in Time.
Hi, first of all, thank you so much, Paula and Ken. for your time, your kindness, your generosity, and the amount of love and nurturing you've both put into these awards. I know from behind the scenes what a clucky mother hen you are. And Ken is just as warm and considerate. You've both been absolutely amazing. And I think it's really lovely. And what you've done, basically bringing all these voices to the front. And I'd like to thank Mark for his very, very kind words. I'm really humbled because to me, any foray into representing writers is, it's a partnership. It works both ways. And it's really, really exciting when you meet a writer who you just connect with and you're on the same page and you can just run. And as Mark said, the conversations we've had have been really enlightening and stimulating. And it's just always really exciting. We're on the same page and I love that. So just very briefly, I read a book in time, and literally from the first few lines, it just went boom, just jumped out at me. And it was love at first sight. It's one of the most mesmeric, moving, warm stories I've ever come across. It's a really stunning story. If you love magical realism, historical fiction, Mark basically takes you by the hand and guides you through these wondrous worlds. He does it with a lot of grace because it's narrated by a book, and it takes a lot of courage to move your own ego aside as a writer and let your character's voice speak and create an authentic voice. That's the key thing. And Mark's book has that beautiful, authentic voice, and you immediately fall in love with this book and you want to know its journey. So basically, I see writing as a journey, not a destination. And it's really exciting to be on Mark's journey along with men who write dark psychological thrillers, which, you know, reach into the recesses of your mind and you're like, ah! So it's really exciting. So I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yasmin. It was lovely to hear your stories, and I'm sure everybody congratulates both Mark and Yasmin for this lovely partnership and this lovely journey. We have another writer who is on a similar journey. One of the non-fiction book submissions really started rising up in, in the scoring, but none of the agent judges that we had on our judging panel asked to see the full story. So I started jumping around and thinking, I've really got to do something here. And so I started shopping around. And I got hold of various judges who are judging for next year. One of them is Kizzy Thompson, and she's judging next year for nonfiction in particular and memoirs. She came back to me immediately saying she was blown away by the beautiful writing and the book's potential. And she wanted to see the full manuscript, but she was already sure that she would offer the writer representation. And the writer is Elizabeth Goodhue for her story, My Truth About Down Syndrome. So Elizabeth,
Hi.
are you there? Tell us. Yeah. Elizabeth, you and I mean, we had a very strange thing because I was struggling to get hold of Elizabeth to tell her all of this. Elizabeth had started a new job and wasn't responding, and I was pulling my hair out of my head and desperate to get hold of Elizabeth. And by the time I got hold of Elizabeth, I was so excited. Kizzy was waiting in the wings. Elizabeth, share with us your feelings and how you felt about all of this, because you know I came at you with such a strange request. I need to speak to you, and I couldn't tell you what. Tell us, just share with us and everybody here tonight how everything went and where you are now in your in your journey with Kizzy, and we'll talk to Kizzy in a minute.
Okay, well, every once in a while I throw my writing out there into a contest and never win. And I did that with page turners. I don't even think I read the directions. I just said, oh, I have 10 pages of my memoir, cut, paste, and threw it in. And then I heard that I was on the short list, and I'm like, oh, whatever. It doesn't mean anything. And then Paula got a hold of me, and I was, okay, I'll get to her when I get to her. And then when she told me I had won, I was saying, really? Are you sure? And I was thinking, is this a scam or something? And then Ken came in, he said, no, this is really real. This is true. So that's how surprised I was. And I
I've told, some personal friends about, this possibility. And it's just, I was really about to push the self-publish button. I was, I didn't even consider that I would ever get an agent. So I'm super excited because the book is my baby and it's my first book. And I have always really wanted to get the message out that I'm trying to convey. So I might be able to do that.
So
I'm very excited.
Kizzy, where are you? Would you come to the stage and please tell us what you thought of the first 10 pages when you were reading the first 10 pages?
Sure. Can you see me now that I'm speaking?
I can see you, Kizzy. Hello.
Hello. It's so lovely to see you and see your face, Elizabeth, as well. And I know we've spoken over email quite a few times now. But first of all, Paul, I just want to thank you, obviously, for thinking of me, even though I'm judging next year. When I finally sat down, I had my little pile with Elizabeth's sample that you'd sent. I literally started reading. I wasn't expecting so quickly to be literally grabbed and kind of held in place while I kind of sped through the pages you sent. And literally I was like, oh, that feeling you get when you actually read something so special, you just know it from the very first moment you kind of dive in, and it doesn't happen very often. So straight away I was like, wow, I'm really, really so happy you sent this my way. I was really drawn in, but really moved. I think the subject matter and Elizabeth's story, the determination, the ups and downs, the health, all of the things we as, the potential readers don't know about that journey, bringing up a son with trisomy 21, which people most notably know as Down syndrome, is just so eye-opening. But also as a mother myself, I could really, really feel I was kind of there with Elizabeth on that journey through so much of it, and the pain and the, but then the determination to kind of protect your child and make sure they have the very best chances in life. So I was really inspired by Elizabeth and her story, and her son and the great leaps that he's made as a person. So I'm just so pleased that I've got this and I've signed Elizabeth up, and I'm really excited to kind of take this out to the publishers and get the deal that she deserves. So I'm just really grateful for yourselves as well at the Page Turn Awards for, sending Elizabeth my way. And I'm hoping to do you all very proud.
Thank you, Kizzy. That's wonderful. Thank you. And as I said earlier, we've got another 4 writers who, did I say 4 or did I say 5? I think 4 writers who have, and some of them are here today, and you'll know who you are. We can't obviously mention who those writers are and which agents they're with, but we've got other writers that are under review with other agents as well. And that's because I just purely couldn't sit back and wait and let these writers just, win a small award. Some of these writers, they were the top scoring writers, and they really had to have their manuscripts put in front of, in front of literary agents, the same way as I did with putting Elizabeth's work in front of Kizzy. I've been shopping them around, and we've got these writers now under review. So we're really holding thumbs that these other writers will get somewhere and something will happen. And we just hoping and praying something. So thank you, Kizzy. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Mark. And I'll hand you back to Ken, because he is about to announce some very big news, very exciting news. So, Ken.
Okay, Paula, listen, thanks very much. If I could just add something to the Paula Elizabeth story. I mean, as Elizabeth told you, suddenly on a Zoom call, out of the lens comes Paula with all this gushing news, good though it was, but it was an awful lot in one go. And Paula said to Elizabeth, who was, being bowled over here, she's, how do you feel? And she said, well, honestly, it does feel a bit like a scam. You're not going to ask my bank account details, are you? And that's when I jumped in and I said, whoa, no, this is no scam. You've actually done this, Elizabeth. You've pulled this off. No, so yeah, no bank. I can assure you, no bank account details have been exchanged, and nor will they. But congrats, Elizabeth. Now, as Paula said, we've got a final 4 awards to hand out, and they are for the top scorers in the ebook non-fiction section, the ebook fiction section, the writing non-fiction, and the writing fiction award. So I'm going to tell you who the winners of these top scoring awards are. And first of all, winner of the ebook non-fiction award is Robert Barry. Is Robert there, Paula?
Robert, I did see you earlier. There you are, Robert.
I don't know what to say. I was actually just checking my mobile phone because I just had to check to see if I was shortlisted again. I wasn't sure because the awards have gone on so long, and I just thought, all right, the book just really hasn't done well at all, has it? And then I just thought I'd check to see if my name was actually on the shortlisted. Sorry, I was just a bit distracted there. That's fantastic. No, that's brilliant. That's fantastic. That's great. It's exactly
all the
what I
judges
wanted.
came up with your book as being, it was just really the top non-fiction in the ebook section. All the judges had fantastic things to say. Ken will be sharing all of this. We'll be putting this on the website. So yeah, well done, Robert. I know you've stunned. We've been together on various mentorships and book boot camps with Stephen and such. And I know that I know you're absolutely bowled over by this.
I am, yeah. It's absolutely fantastic. It really is. I really was wondering whether I was on the shortlisted, and I was going to send you an email saying, "Where's my prize?" I thought we were all getting one, and yeah, I didn't think I didn't think I was going to get that prize, and I just thought maybe you'd missed me or something. I don't know. That's fantastic.
All the authors and writers are walking away with the prize, every single one of you. So yeah. we haven't forgotten anybody. And Ken is just about to announce the fiction winner.
Yeah, if I could just move, if I could, sorry, a bit of an intruder there from the left of centre field. Yes, look, the ebook fiction award winner is David Hay. David, are you there? Can you give Paula a wave if you are?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, that's a real thrill and a complete surprise. I'm absolutely delighted. And thank you very much for the competition and the fun of doing it. And this is a great reward.
Thank you, David.
Thanks very much, David. And let me say to all of these winners, there are prizes that go with these awards. So we'll be getting details of that out to you over the next few days. Now, just moving on to the final category then, which is the winner of the Writing Non-Fiction Award. And it probably comes as no surprise that the winner of this award is, again, Elizabeth Goodhue. Elizabeth, congratulations.
Thank you. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah,
I keep saying to people, it's just icing on the cake. I was like, I started writing a book, I finished it, and that was it. And then you guys came along. So thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And it's an award, Elizabeth, that I can assure you does not come with a requirement to hand over any bank account details. So you'll be relieved. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Elizabeth. Right. And finally, the winner of the Writing Fiction Award goes to Mark Stibbe. Mark, congratulations.
You coming back again, Mark?
Phenomenal! Amazing.
Well,
so pleased. Wonderful, Mark. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, let your wife giving you a kiss. Tell her to come in and say hello.
Oh no,
Yeah, I can't do any of this without my soulmate. So here she is.
I'm very proud.
Hello.
Congratulations to you both. Congratulations. Fantastic.
I obviously want to thank Cherith, my wife, for supporting me, because it's a lonely craft being a writer, and I couldn't do it without her. But I'm so thrilled with this. I can't begin to describe how excited I am, because I've had 8 years of a lot of hard work and very little reward. And this is the first time, and I mean literally, when sometimes we use the word literally, we overuse it, but literally this is the first time that I have had any kind of encouragement, big encouragement. So I'm really grateful to you guys and to Yasmin. I'd like to dedicate this to my father. And I brought here my teddy bear that my father gave me when I was about 2 years old. This teddy bear is called Edward. And when I was growing up, my father, who'd been taught by C.S. Lewis and by J.R.R. Tolkien, used to read to me and my siblings, sitting in a rocking chair, the stories of Middle-earth and Narnia. And then one summer, when he had finished reading to us, my twin sister, who's also now a full-time novelist, she and I went to bed. We shared the same bedroom, and we were very young at the time. And when Dad's stories stopped, our stories began, and we would tell each other stories. And I started to write my first ever story, which is the story of Edward Bear. And it was inspired by my father's love of storytelling. And I discovered it, or Cherith, my wife, discovered it about 2 years ago, this story, about 12 pages long, written in ink, the epic adventures of Edward Bear. And I really do owe my love and passion of writing to my father. And I'd like to thank my bear. As you can see, this bear is now nearly 60 years old. He's rather frayed, as I'm becoming, but he's been with me through thick and thin. And when I look at this bear, I think of my father. And when I think of my father, I thank God for this fire that's in my belly for writing stories that I hope will enchant people in what is a troubling world where we need a lot of healing and hope through our storytelling. So big thanks. Thank you, Yasmin. I'm loving working with you, and I look forward to future magical realism novels that will bring charm back to people's lives. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, dear Ken. Lovely to meet you tonight. And thank you to all the other writers. It's been good to kind of correspond in the discussion sections of the writers' shortlists and finalists. And that's been lovely, just getting to know one or two. So thank you for creating this community. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Ken, can I just ask Mark to say, just want to ask Mark something. Mark, first of all, Edward is very handsome and I love him. But I wanted to also say to you, when we did our interview, at the end of our interview, you said something that I absolutely love. And I just would like you to say it again. You said that in your writing, you would really love to show people how to learn not to hate. Can you just share that little piece that you did in the interview?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, but it wasn't I'm not clever enough to come up with that on my own, Paula. It was one of Yasmin's favorite authors, W.H. Auden, who talked about the two different types of art that we storytellers create. There's escapist art, he called it, and then there's parable art. And he said in parable art, we who are storytellers, we create a kind of storytelling where we unlearn hatred and relearn love. And I think that, I can't speak for all writers, but I definitely would love to think in the future that I'll be known for that kind of parable art.
Thank you, Mark. That was wonderful.
Super, Mark. Yeah, thank you. Okay, well, to Robert, David, Elizabeth and Mark, the winners of their categories, the top winners, many congratulations, and we'll send details of the prizes out shortly. Let me also say, for Elizabeth and Mark, the two top winners in the writing award area, you know, the winners are the winners. They're just the scores the judges have given them, so it's easy to pick them out. There's no guarantee, of course, that people like Yasmin and Kizzy would pick them and want to represent them. But I think it does show, you know, a great consistency to the judging of these awards, that you know, the best books are out there, and so many of the authors, so many of the judges rated so many of the books that many of these awards could have gone either way. There was a point or two in it between finishing second and finishing fourth. So you know, there's an awful lot of talent out there, and we're pleased that the Page Turner Awards attracted them. So congrats to you all. Congrats to everyone who's received a prize and an award. You have to have some talent to be able to get that far. You saw the quality of the judging panel. They know what they're doing, and for you all to impress them, I think is a fantastic, you know, feather in your cap, and should give you all the confidence in the world going forward. And we hope it does, and we look forward to hearing of, you know, your further success stories, and we hope, of course, to see you again. Now, on that note, let me just draw things to a close for a few moments. I see we're about an hour and 10. So we're not doing too badly, not quite the hour, but not far from it either.
Sorry,
I think we...
Ken, we just want to say that Pro Writing Aid have very, very kindly offered the two fiction winners a lifetime license. So whenever they're writing in future, they've got it's not just themselves or an editor. They've got this magical, fantastic machine behind them. They put their words into Pro Writing Aid, and Pro Writing Aid just guides them and tells them where they're going wrong, typos, grammars, all the rest of it. Too many adverbs. You've used these phrases too many times. It's fantastic. If you haven't tried it, you've got to try it. But thank you very much to Lisa and the Pro Writing Aid team for giving this a fantastic prize. So we'll put you guys in touch with Lisa, and you can get your lifetime license, which is an amazing prize. So thank you, Lisa.
Okay, and let me just build on that and say, you know, to everyone who's won a prize here today, we'll get all the details out to you in the next few days, so that you can get the prizes in your hot little hands as quickly as possible. Paula's been working hard on the site to get all these details up there, so that can all now go live probably from tomorrow. So, look, that brings to an end our 2020 Page Turner Awards. We had realistic expectations, I think it would be fair to say, for where we thought the Page Turner Awards could go this year. And through the generosity of our prize sponsors, it's allowed us to go so much further, you know, and to extend these fantastic prizes to so many authors. And it's so good to hear how so much confidence has been drawn by authors from even, you know, being on the finalist list, and how it gives them a charge for, you know, the next stage in their journey. So I must thank all of our judges and all of the prize sponsors who were very generous in giving of their time and the prizes themselves. Of course, Paula and I must thank all the entrants and attendees here tonight. The Page Turner Awards would not exist without all of you guys entering in the first place. I must at this stage pause and reference my wife Paula here, because she has been an absolute powerhouse behind these awards. You heard how it was her original idea, and she has been fantastic. She has come up with so many additional ways of uncovering help for writers and authors. You got some idea of it when she said, you know, we've got these top 10 or 12 writers in the ebook and the writing award area. They deserve a bigger audience, and she took all this work to various agents, Kizzy being one, and it's paid dividends. She's been writing PR releases for the last week, knowing who the winners would be, and she's going to get publicity campaigns out there in you know, as much, giving you as much media focus as possible. So she's untiring. She's so committed, so enthusiastic. You know, many of you have had dealings with Paula firsthand through email, the occasional phone call here tonight. So I just want to say well done, Paula, because you've done all the heavy lifting here, and this would not have got off the ground had it not been for you. So if anybody would like to join me in giving a wave or a clap, unmute yourself and just say, Paula, fantastic, thanks very much, well done.
You rock. You're amazing.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Okay, listen, guys, thanks very much. Now, look, I'm going to let Paul...
Ken, we must remind everybody that we have networking. We've also got a little video to end, and we'd really love it if you could just watch this little video before you go.
Yeah, now before you play it, Paula, as if she hasn't got enough on her plate with the 2020 Page Turner Awards, she's busy putting together the 2021. So we hope to see many of you there, or soon after that if you don't have work to submit. So the 2021, thanks to Paula's great efforts, are likely to be much bigger, better, faster, stronger. So we hope you can join us at some point in the future. We look forward to seeing you.
Yes, we've got lots of judges. We've got judges, literary agents who are looking for actively looking for writers to publish. We've also got, for indie authors, we've got a full publishing package. We're going to give away a full publishing package. We've got loads of other things, and I don't want to take time because we're really over time. But please share this with your friends. Tell them about the Page Turner Awards, and hopefully some of your friends can also enjoy this wonderful experience that all of you are enjoying.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for sticking with us, everyone. I don't think the numbers have dropped at all. If you have any feedback to give us about the ceremony, the awards in general, we'd love to hear it from you. Don't forget, there'll be some networking short after this, but please, we'll now thank you all for joining. Look forward to seeing you again, and goodbye from Paula and I.
And don't forget, stay, when the curtains close, you can stay for networking. I'll be opening the floor. Fantastic. That was absolutely wonderful. It's been a wonderful experience. And now I'm going to open up the floor. We've got loads of people. So raise your hand. Who wants to go first? Who wants to say something? Let's just start networking.
Before I disappear, because I am going to disappear, I want to say thank you, a big thank you to both you, Paula, and to Ken. You, and to, of course, to everyone who entered. I've thoroughly enjoyed the experience. I'm actually looking forward to next year, because I am going to come back and offer another mentoring program. This has been absolutely brilliant. You've done absolutely superb considering the circumstances that we're in, and your technology did very well considering where you are. I think you've got a second job there, Paula. Second job. So from me to everybody, well done if you've won a prize, and well done if you haven't, because whatever you do, if you're writing, you are succeeding at something. And I think you're all marvelous for putting pen to paper. Well done. As a writer who's been around for 30 odd years, I think you're brilliant. And every story I read, I thought was superb. There were just some that were slightly little bit better for me, but that's my personal taste. So before I go, I want to say goodbye. Thank you. You were all wonderful. Bye.
Thank you so much, Anne. Thank you. Who wants to go next? Anybody? Raise your hand. Elizabeth. Elizabeth?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi.
I'm so new to all of this, and I was wondering if anyone here can tell me, like, what happens when you get an agent? Like, what's next? What's process?
Do you want Kizzy?
Anybody got an answer?
Kizzy, do you want to go? Do you want to ask that? I think Kizzy's still here.
Yes, I can answer. Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Sure, yeah, sure. So I know Elizabeth and I haven't quite got to talking about all the ins and outs and what happens next. So Elizabeth.
For a good reason. For a good reason, right?
Yes.
And I'm thinking of you.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, so literally now, obviously we've got this far and I was really waiting to see what the results were today so that when what I would do now is literally start to pull together a really, really good, strong pitch to go to all of the publishers I can think of, all of my publishing contacts, all the people who I think would just really love your memoir. And literally, I will just be on a submission process until we get that bite, and I'm hoping we get lots of offers. So yeah, I would really be so excited to come back to you soon, hopefully, with news of publishing interest. So from that moment on, I literally will keep in touch with you to let you know how things are going. Obviously, all the administrative stuff in the background, but I'll give you a full we can have a chat about that offline so I don't bore everyone. But yeah, so we'll get in touch separately and we'll go through all the nitty-gritty, but for now I can't wait to tell the publishers you're the winner of the Nonfiction Page Turner Awards and how incredible you are and your book is and your story. And yeah, I'm just so excited. So yeah, we'll talk more soon, definitely.
Thank you, Lizzie.
Thanks, Elizabeth. And I'm probably going to go now in a second. So thank you so much again, Paula and Ken, and for thinking of me. I'm really looking forward to judging next year's nonfiction. And I'm really excited having been involved at this stage now. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to telling you the good news for Elizabeth very soon, hopefully.
Yes.
So good luck, everyone.
Thank you so much for coming tonight. I know that you've had a family medical emergency, so I really appreciate you coming and sharing the news. And as we've been chatting, Granny has been kicking butt, so we're going for that.
Oh, thank you so much again for your support and for everything. And yes, it's just been a little bit of a blip, but I'm hoping for this medical emergency now. Miracles occurring and everything should be fine. I'm just going to keep the faith. But thank you again, Paula. Thank you, Ken. Thank you for inviting me. And thank you for introducing me to Elizabeth.
Yeah, pleasure, our pleasure. Anybody else wants to raise your hand or jump in, unmute yourself, have a word?
I mean, could I just say while people are sorting themselves out there?
Sorry, yes, carry on, and then I'll unmute William.
We don't need it right this moment, but if any of you could spare the time to drop us an email and let us know the bits about the awards that you liked, and please don't change these things, and the things that didn't work so well, whether it's website or administration or anything. We would like the awards to keep evolving, keep going forward, keep getting better. So any tips and advice you have for us on how we can do that, what to change, what not to, be greatly appreciated. But we don't have to take that now, we can do it offline.
William, do you want to have a little word? I see you raising your hand.
Yeah, thanks. It was amazing. This whole ceremony was far better than I expected. Zoom is such an incredible platform, and you, both of you, handled it so beautifully. I was just reflecting on Mark's words about writing for 8 years with very little acknowledgement, and then this honor and finding an agent, which is a very frustrating project. And I'm wondering if any of the people out there now listening are part of a writers group or participate in writers group. I do. I couldn't have done this without my writers group. They are such an incredible support to me. And it is a lonely, in a sense, it's a lonely project, building these worlds and living in these worlds. And it actually takes me a little while to jump out of them. If I've been writing for a few hours, my wife will attest to that. She'll go, Bill, come on back. So I'd like to hear other people talk a little bit about their experience in writers groups. Is anybody else in a writers group?
Anybody want to say about that? If you're in a writers group? Anyone?
Yeah, you'll Robert here. There's quite a number of writers groups out there. You can get them on all sorts of platforms. I joined one on Facebook, and it was quite good, and a bit surreal in one way, because I didn't really know anyone in the writers group. But if you had a question in any area, you just set it up, and you had anything up to about 80 people would respond with all their experience of, you know, the situation that you raised and how they dealt with it. And I just found it absolutely fantastic. It was like Google for writers. All I had to do was put in the question and up came the answer. So that for me was good. And as you say, I mean, it's a lonely profession. And I went through highs and lows when I was writing. One minute I would think, oh yeah, that's pretty good, and then the next minute I would think, oh, that's absolutely rubbish. And it's hard to bounce if you don't have a physical writers group. Then it's hard to bounce your work off other people, which I think is really, really important. Now I didn't really have that, but I think seeking out writers group, especially, you know, a personal writers group where you can actually meet them and maybe bounce your ideas off them, I think that would be critical going forward. And if I was to write a second book, I would actually seek out that kind of writer's support before I even put pen to paper on the second book. So yeah,
maybe we should start a Page Turner Awards writing group.
That would be it'd be interesting. I don't know if you can hear me. It'd be interesting 2 weeks from now, just to get comments from people about so where are they in their writing, and where are they going, and how has this award changed the direction of their writing? You know, to take a look and see if there's been any long-term effects.
Yes.
Yeah, we must follow. That's a good idea.
Yes.
Just kind of a follow-up. I'm always interested in, I mean, that's how I found my original writers group, was at San Diego State Pitch Conference. And we've been together for 3 years now. And it's been incredible. So
yeah,
I find reading your, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I said Ken and I will talk about that and see if we can somehow set up a writing group, especially for everybody who's so involved in this community that we've got with Page Turner Awards, and see how we can help all the writers and let the writers just do their own thing in the writing group. So we could certainly look at that.
Yeah. I don't know if Izzy is still here. I'd sure like to find out what she looks for in a query letter. Those are the most insane things to write, you know.
Well, Kizzy is in particularly looking for nonfiction. She only represents nonfiction.
Right. Yeah.
So if you've got any good nonfiction books, I'm sure Kizzy would love to have a look. So, and she's judging next year. So Kizzy she'll be seeing them all anyway next year. But yeah, and if your writing group, if anybody in your writing group's got nonfiction or memoir, tell them to join. Anybody else want to have anything to say?
I actually wrote most of my book. I joined the Jericho Writers Group. It's online. It's based there in the UK. And I took the ultimate novel writing class that they have, and it came complete with a mentorship, you know, from Craig Taylor, who's an editor and writer. I'm not part of any kind of physical writers group. I've been looking for one. I actually started really looking for one, and then the pandemic hit, and all the writers groups kind of shrank back into virtual spaces. But I would love to be a part of one, and I think having one with the Page Turner Awards would be, that would be pretty helpful.
Yeah, we can certainly do something. Maria, you had your hand raised. Do you want to say something?
Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you and we can hear you. I think you're in New Zealand, aren't you?
I am, and I just, look, it's just very quick. I have to go because it's 7:30 a.m. here, and I have to go and get ready to do my pay the work bills, pay the bills work. But I just wanted to say a personal thank you rather than just by email to you and Ken and all of the team for everything you've done. It's just amazing, and thank you so much. Just really wonderful. Very much appreciate it, and congratulations to everybody else. And thanks to the judges and the sponsors. It's, just an amazing ceremony. You've done such a great job.
Thank you so much.
Maria, thank you very much. And you must have had a 6 o'clock start. So thanks for your enthusiasm.
I had to get up at 5:15, which is the middle of the night for me because I don't get to bed till midnight. I'm not a good sleeper, so I'm kind of now. But it's been great. So yeah,
we did say to Maria, don't worry if you come in your PJs. Don't worry.
Yeah, you can see the top part's okay, but not if I stood up. So thank you guys.
Okay, Maria.
Thank you. All right.
Super. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Anybody else want to say anything before we close? Beth?
Okay.
Did you yes?
I did. I just want to say thank you so much, Paula. I know I've got many personal emails from you and from your team, and I just want to say thank you for all your hard work. It's incredible what you guys did. And, kind of starting up an inaugural year, it's just wonderful. And then congrats to all the winners. So fun to be in your company.
Thank you so much.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to repeat that as well. I mean, I've been involved in a number of awards now, and I was caught off guard by the Page Turner Awards, to be quite honest with you. I just thought it was going to be, most of the awards, they give you the award and that's it. There's no interaction. There's very little else going on as well. But with the Page Turner Awards, entering the competition was just the beginning. And so many other supports and mentorships. It was just absolutely fantastic. I'm thrilled I entered, the competition, and the fact that it's your first year. I mean, good luck on improving on it. I really, best of luck on improving on it. I don't know where you're going to go from here, but it was fantastic, and I had a great experience, and I'm absolutely delighted. I'd recommend it to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Robert.
Bye, Suzanne. Thanks very much. And
I just wanted to say I'm really, one of the other authors said this about how you work for years on a book and rarely get recognized, and just getting the recognition was enough to light my fire. That was, I've got everything I want because you guys recognized me, and I will be forever grateful for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thanks
very much. And thanks, Robert. Hi. Yeah. And I see Janine there. I hope she got the thanks for the fantastic testimonial you posted on us, Janine. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. It'll live with us forever.
I think Ben wants to say, oh, sorry, Janine, and then we'll jump to Ben. So Janine?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me when I talk? No.
You're a bit low.
Thank you for everything. It was a wonderful.
Janine, okay. Good, super.
Janine, sorry, Janine.
I got that. She was just thanking us for everything.
Oh, I've got cats crying here at the window. So Ben, you want to have something to say? Sorry about that. I just heard a little cry here at the window. Ben?
Yes, if you guys can hear me. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Can you hear me?
We can.
Yeah. I just want to say I won the Maxie Award for Best Romance Novel, but they sent me an email and said thanks. Yeah, this has been amazing. You guys being able to be so much interactive with you, and you know, the emails I've received, and this recognition. I really want to thank you've done an amazing job. As if this is your first one, can't wait. I'm just finishing up my last novel, which I will be submitting next year. But thank you so much. I appreciate everything you guys so much.
Thanks very much, Ben. Thank you very much for those kind words. Super.
And we'll
look forward to seeing you again.
Yes. Anybody else want to have something to say? Let me have a look.
Okay, Paula, time to go.
No, the time to go. We got to feed cats. We've got a pile of cats which we haven't fed. We recently rescued a whole lot of kittens which were fed earlier, and now our normal cats, which there's about how many, 8 or 9 of them? I can hear meowing coming from every which direction. So we'll go, we'll feed our cats, and then Ken and I will sit down and we'll have a lovely glass of champagne, and we'll toast all of you fantastic people. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for sticking around and being here all this time, whether it's early in the morning, late at night, whatever it is. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful. It's been such an amazing venture. So thank you. And I will I'll send you out a link tomorrow with this video so you can share it with your friends. Thank you. I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye, everyone. See you again soon. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Bye.